Yeah, I'm up now. He's an update. I'm a real snob. I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my state. I'm finna give it a cool shot with my casse. She want the... Thinking I missed, baby, is a mistake. I got 12 months, but I need an extra one. You wouldn't know a rep if you're next to one. It's young, I mean it, baby, I ain't like the rest of them. She a fanatic for that.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the River Hogs of San Diego. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. First down 10 at their own 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
19 Lions, 60, 19.
Throwing is Milton. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
That's some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
San Diego.
Again, it's Achane. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Milton. This is caught. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the River Hogs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that touchdown reception, number 23 for him on the year, it's going to tie him with Randy Moss for the most touchdown catches in a single season. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score River Hogs 7, Ravens nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys are more extra competitors that you go to them more than often.
Tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield and keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A first down carry for Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Look at this defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. Works his way inside the 30 and a pick up a 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Hey, middle. Change it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Real quick, ready? Hey, Alpha, what? What? Man! Hey, report!
Play action. It's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You see them communicating after that play. They both know that they missed a shot for a touchdown on that throw.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get the hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, Achane. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. His first carry in their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Start.
Here's Milton now to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
65 cat, down. 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Hurt. Motion. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here's Milton. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Let's go.
They'll run for it with Achane. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is
intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Bronco 80.
To throw is Milton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
On the set.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Milton. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And in incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner. They don't understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
To throw, it's Milton. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Milton. And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. 19 Charger, 19 Warrior 70. Go.
Operating from the gun, Milton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then they get hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
They've hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
2nd and 2. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Broncos. Tag. Buffalo 18. Top 19. 70 Rick. 18. Pioneer. Street. Street. My man.
Looking to throw. Milton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
The call here, they need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
60, Viking 8, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, top 50, 19 Lions. Panther 11. Chap. Stay with him. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to take another shot here. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Riverhawks take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. at the line for this next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. This complete to Henry over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Inside handoff, Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught. He laid out and got it. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
No. Change it.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights. And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
Ravens 10.
to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
H.N. gets it from the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. County Lions.
Back to throw. Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go now. Panther and left. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go street. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break. Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 80. 70 tip.
Throwing is Milton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Okay, ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready.
LHN on 1st and 10. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Cougar 19.
Milton. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Jackson now. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, and facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Ravens.
Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
No. Hey, no. You change it. Go ahead. No, we changed it.
Jackson will throw again. And he is caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
2 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 32. And the Ravens first down.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
we changed it.
Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Open man is tipped him. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Cut 19. Mustang 19. 65. Go.
Here's Milton now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Hurt. Warriors 70. Ready?
Here's Milton. He's going to go up top again. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Riverhawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
27, Ravens 17. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Here's first and 10. Now Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. All 4 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Come on. Set. Hawk 70. 19 light. 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be caught by Cup. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw, it's Milton. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller from 3 yards out. And the Riverhawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Dragon 60. Ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Riverhawks 34. Ravens.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Let clock management run alone.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And the San Diego 1st down.
7, here we go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard
Luka
line.
19. 79 Broncos. Mustang, Chap 60, Chap 6, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hey, pass. Hey, check them out.
To throw is Milton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the home team here, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
he know that I never tell. It's a bird, it's a plane, oh, it's coming in through the mail. I'm a lane switcher, shapeshifter, go grill, plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, just set way quicker. Made, if I'ma go to date with ya.
I ripped it, all deep on my 2 first, no drip.